So we're super excited to welcome Richard Petty, the king of motor racing, king of motorsports, NASCAR number 43, the most winningest race car driver of all time. And he's here at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino announcing the upcoming auction May 12th. It's going to be a historic event. And of course, it's sitting right atop number 43. It's a Grand Am Pontiac car from the Fan Appreciation Tour 1992 when Richard Petty retired.
In 92, we had the Fan Appreciation Tour. And every race we went to, you know, it was always a big celebration and stuff. It's a kind of a deal that when you see the car, I think you see Richard Petty. And so from that standpoint, we're real proud of that. This car was one of the last ones that was built at Petty Enterprises. And that's our home base. My dad started the business there in 1949, and we stayed all those years. And this is one of the last cars that came out of that particular garage. Now, most of that garage now is a museum. The big deal is that this is, again, a homemade car that we made ourselves. I was involved with it, and so from that standpoint, you know, it's got a lot of history.
So this is a fantastic car. Again, one of several cars that will be included in the auction. Everything you think about that revolves around motor car racing, NASCAR sports, and of course Richard Petty's life and career. His trophies, legendary trophies.
We got some trophies. I think a Darlington trophy that I won in '67. You know, we've been trying for 8 or 10 years and hadn't won a race, so it was real special for us to win at that track. That's probably one of the toughest racetracks that we have to run on. So finally won the race, so it was a big deal for sure.
The trophy you see over my shoulder is his 1964 Grand National trophy. That's the first of the Grand National trophies. He won 7 Grand National trophies. And of course, this is so iconic, estimated 100 to 200,000, which should sell significantly higher.
It holds a special place.
All over the world, people in Asia and Europe, South America, they look at Richard Petty as true Americana. And of course, that is what he is.
I would like for all this stuff to be able to, for the collectors to be able to use it as a collector deal and show it off for me and show it off for themselves too.
And it's an auction that includes something for everyone that was really important to Mr. Petty. Of course, behind me you see really iconic items, pieces that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the auction does include items such as the race programs and race credentials. There's outfits, those iconic race car suits that the drivers and the crew wear, estimated somewhere in the region of $800 to $1,200 per suit.
We got a little bit of uniforms and helmets, personal stuff.
Gas tanks, oil cans.
Knives, guns, whatever.
Iconic pieces that people will want to own and say, this came from Richard Petty, this was Richard Petty's.
I would hope that anybody that gets anything out of the auction and stuff, you know, really appreciates it, sees the history behind it, and takes it and put it in a place where other people can see it.
We've worked with Richard on this auction for over a year, curating the items that he's letting go.
We went around and looked at a bunch of stuff that I've been collecting for 80 years, I guess. I've been fortunate. We've won in all makes of cars, won races everywhere. You know, after winning 200 races, it's kind of hard to pick out a race or a car that's better than any rest of them. It took all of them to make it all work, I put it that way.
Such an iconic auction, fantastic, and will certainly be one for the record books. So if you can't be here at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, you can go to JULIEN'slive.com, see and hear the auctioneer, live streaming video.
That's one good thing about it. I mean, you can be in England or you can be in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and still bid on the stuff. So from that standpoint, it ought to be pretty open.
Click those buttons, bid against people bidding here in the room, and take home something iconic from an amazing life and career of Richard Petty, the king of NASCAR motor racing.
Just want everybody to get involved in the auction and, you know, hope everybody gets something out of it, okay?